Tell me about how NCAA Division I athletics has changed such that it's difficult now to be a coach and an AD.
Well, the demands on a coach's time, as much as anything, have changed tremendously. First of all, sports within the NCAA used to be segmented by seasons. In other words, your football program played in the fall, your basketball program played just over the winter, your baseball program played in the spring. Now, every sport within the NCAA is a year-round process with the recruiting and the training of the athletes in the off-season. Some sports even have off-season contests that they play. So really, the sports aspect has become a year-round aspect. The job of an athletic director also has changed tremendously over the last 10 to 15 years. A lot of that probably is due as much as anything to the advent of Title IX. Women's athletics now has become as big as the men's athletics have. And back 10, 15 years ago, you didn't see as much in the way of women's athletics, so your departments were only half as big, which required obviously only half as much time. Now today, you have 15 sports who are all pretty much equal in the amount of time that they require administratively, and therefore the demands on the athletic director's times are a lot greater. Also, the fundraising component has become huge for an athletic director now. Everybody obviously wants to raise more money, and a lot of that burden falls on the athletic director to be the front person for the athletic department and to do what they can in bringing in those dollars.
Have you seen a lot of administrative burdens additionally placed on the AD from the NCAA as well? I mean, is that load increased?
Well, there is an administrative burden across the board within the NCAA. A lot of rules compliance issues now that have to be followed that didn't have to be followed 10, 15 years ago. Certification of athletes, eligibility of athletes, all those are issues now that have to be complied with, that have rules and forms that have to be filled out. And all of that at the end becomes the responsibility of the athletic director to make sure it gets done. Now, everybody has some staff members who do those roles, some more than others, obviously. But at the end of the day, it is the athletic director's responsibility to make sure those things get accomplished.
Now that we're in this 2-year period before full admission, what sort of things are you going to need to focus on, or should I say the athletic faculty, what sort of things are they going to need to focus on so that we're ready to go in 2011?
Well, going forward, the next 2 years are huge for us as we will go through certification. And this is a process that every NCAA school has to go through once every 10 years. And we have to go through it right now due to our settlement with the NCAA. We will begin that process in the fall of the year. They will send us the information that we need to take a look at, and then it is really an all-campus thing, much like the SACS procedure that most people are familiar with on campuses. It involves many facets of the university. It involves many different offices within the university. We will begin that process in the fall of the year. We will do a report, which then must go to the NCAA in the spring of next year. We will then have a site visit during the following fall, and then in the spring of 11, I guess it is, we will then get the NCAA's report, which will either certify us or will tell us what we need to do to make improvements. Hopefully, we will be certified, and at that point, we will then become full members of the NCAA.
And right now, you've stepped up this program in just 2 years from 5 sports to 14 sports, and that goes back to what you were talking about with Title IX. Talk about how challenging that's been for us to expand as rapidly as we've expanded.
Well, certainly the first summer was tremendously challenging because we had 7 sports when I got here in the spring of '07, and by the fall of '07 we had 14 sports. So within that first summer we actually doubled the number of sports offerings we had here and actually more than doubled the number of athletes. So that first summer was very hectic on everybody involved. The coaches were scrambling to recruit players, to build schedules, to buy equipment. All of those things had to be accomplished. Now it's been a matter of refining. It's a matter of trying to get the right schedule now, get the right athlete in place, play the people that you want to play the people that you think you have a chance of competing with. Where early on, we had to just play whoever would actually agree to play us. So now we're really trying to refine things a little bit.
Talk a little bit about your experience, your prior experience. You came to HBU after having a long career at another institution. Did you actually coach a sport at one point and move into the administrative side?
No, I didn't. I was always the administrative side, although I did have experience 1 year coaching the golf team. Okay. I really don't play golf, but I actually did coach the golf team for a year, which is an interesting anomaly, I believe. But I started at Rice in 1980 and started over there as promotions, marketing, and fundraiser at that point, and did a little bit of everything, as I've told everybody. I did a little of everything, including sweep the gym floor from time to time, and still continue to sweep the gym floor here from time to time. But I was very fortunate that I was given the opportunity to really touch on all areas and all aspects of administration over there. They made some administrative changes in 06, and I made a decision to leave at that point, and it was very fortunate that Dr. Sloan and Ron Cottrell gave me a call and said, hey, why don't you come over here? We're getting ready to start up a program over here, take it back to Division I. And I was very fortunate to come over and get involved over here.
How can Husky fans help the athletic program as we move forward? You don't need them to help you in recruiting, do you? What do you need?
No, in fact, that's actually a violation of NCAA rules.
See, there you go.
What we really need their help with is we need them to come to contests. We need their presence here on campus. We need all the Husky fans to come back to campus. It's been a number of years since some of the alums have come to campus. We've had very good turnouts for some of our basketball games, but then we've also had other athletic events where we haven't had such great turnouts, and we really need to get the Husky fans and Husky alums to come back and take a look at what their teams are doing now. This is a beautiful campus. I think the athletes that we're putting on the fields and on the courts are athletes that they can be proud of. We're playing contests against schools that they will recognize, and so the time is right for them to come back to the campus and be a part of what's going on here.
Good. Now, we're going to hang a golf championship banner in the rafters this winter?
Well, we certainly were very fortunate that we did, in fact, win a golf championship. First year of the Great West Conference this year, our men were fortunate enough to win the golf championship. Our women actually finished second. And so we're very proud of both of them. We are probably going to be raising a banner sometime this year in the gym, celebrating and commemorating that championship.
That's great. Good luck to you, and we appreciate your time.
Thank you very much.